Hey guys, back out here Saturday morning, extra early. You can see the sun's wanting to come out. So I'm out here right now fixing this issue from yesterday. Nothing major, just got jostled around enough to bend the steering column and then the frame at least, and it was minimal with the frame. Was able to put on that concrete patch, old axle, and just kind of torque it back into place. So I think that's good. I'm just trying to finalize everything, and then today we've got a morning warm-up, which will be great because I need to shake this thing down now, and then 2 heat races, and looking to bounce back from a somewhat disappointing heat race 1, really qualifying heat race 1. I think we've got more pace than we were able to show, and so hopefully today we can move forward and keep it clean. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and a lot of you all have come up and said hi, watch the vlogs. Thank you guys, really mean it. Thank you. So let's see how today goes. Couple updates, guys. So update number 1, cart is fixed. So that was great. Did the warm-up, felt great. Driver just couldn't keep it on track. And then the second thing, I don't know if this is actually okay with him, but we got Thomas here. Thomas from New Zealand, guys. Dude came over from New Zealand. When you came over, you got a few of your.
This guy has the worst timing I've ever of anybody. Because every year we do
every
this.
Year
every event we do with them. Right when we turn the camera on, it's been silent for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The second we turn the camera on, his voice.
Well, yeah, and it's like always on 11, right? It's always so loud. But yeah, Thomas came over for this event from New Zealand. You came over with a few buddies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. What do you think so far?
It's awesome. It's a fast track, different tires, different layout, just amazing.
Yeah.
We don't get this crowd back at home, so yeah.
Yeah, that's, well, I mean, we're just so spoiled. We travel 50 minutes. Dude flew 16 hours?
18 hours.
18 hours to New York and drove here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So then another 9 hours.
That's just wild. What's up, Bubba? Yeah, so just crazy. Yeah, buddy. Oh, you got a popsicle? Nice. Well, here we are, getting towards the end of the morning, but what a beautiful day we've had here for the Cup Karts Grand Nationals 7 heat day, which is Saturday. 2 heats for everybody, and just a great event. And Kacy said this morning, you know, you come for the competition, you stay for the camaraderie, and just the camaraderie aspect. It was, we've had 2 great nights, 3 great nights of just socializing with people. I think I said last year, it's kind of like a family reunion. Get to see Jorge and some other folks that come up by the tent and have seen our vlog, and that's just really cool stuff. And then last night we had a surprise birthday party. Gary Lawson and his wife put on for his 40th birthday. Had a great time there. So the camaraderie aspect is just off the charts. And so with that in mind, we are here at the surprise birthday party of go-kart racing, Newcastle Motorsports Park.
The morning walk with Dad.
Talk about the camaraderie part, but this morning I read an article and I thought it was probably sent to me by a higher power. It was in the Harvard Business Review, and it was about how they're trying to take competition out of things. And I thought, man, good healthy competition
does nothing but make people stronger. It really kind of drives me crazy. The first thing they talked about, which lost credibility in the article, was that we learn instincts. Well, instincts, since I was in school, have been innate. You're born with them. You can learn some habits, you can learn effectiveness, but not instincts. So that just kind of set me off, and I lost credibility with the article, but it did nothing but fade as they talked about how we need to move out of competition. And I thought, you know, here we have people at this go-kart race. I talked to 3 different people yesterday. One of them cartwheeled, and he tore up his cart, found cart parts by other carters helping him out, and he's back on the grid today. And another person had spun out, they're starting 40th. You know, people here aren't packing up and going home because they get spun out and it puts them in a terrible starting position. They strap it back on and go, right? They put that helmet on and they go. And that is what has made our country great. And maybe that's why I'm so drawn to karting. It is competition and camaraderie. And I know I'm a broken record because I talk about this a lot, but we need a lot more competition and camaraderie. You strengthen yourself, you do your best, and then you go out and you have a surprise birthday party with those folks you raced against that day. You have a respect for them. And I shouldn't let the Harvard Business Review get me all out of sorts. So here we go with Heat 2. I'm starting 20th, and this is actually day 2 of the event. So this is Saturday racing after practice and quals and a first heat race on Friday. Beautiful weather, beautiful morning, and get a bad start at the starting line, but am able to leverage the outside run here, and as they're jostling for position, I'm able to make a move and pick off a couple of positions as we head into 4 and heading down the back stretch. I see this weekend I saw a lot of the 211's bumper, and in this video you're going to see a lot of the same, and just became a common sight. He and I seem to have very similar times, and it was good racing with him. And you know, the line settles in here, and that was kind of typical. There was a lot of nose to tail running in this Supermasters class, and the top guys, there was you know, a group up front that I had no even wild dream of running with, but you know, from, you know, depending on the race, 6 on back, it was very competitive, and my lap times were right in line with there. As you see here, we're going through the cut through, and this part of the track, especially early on, just gave me all kinds of trouble. Exit speed wasn't good, and then early in the weekend, this was one of my better sections here, the 1, 2, 3 complex, and I was able to pull in, but I'll maybe take a peek here, but no, nothing going on. And so you can see just a real competitive class. This was a close call, someone sliding through the grass, able to avoid that. And here's another section. When my lap times are good, we call that the cell phone hair tower there, and when my lap times are good, I'm hitting the cell phone hair tower well. Unfortunately, not enough. So again, get a good run on the 211. I'm thinking about it. Just seemed to, at this point in the weekend, at this race, I seemed a little bit quicker in general, and that would vary from race to race. And right here, as we head into green corner, get a really good run. I'm not sure, he may have gotten a little loose here on exit, but we'll just credit the driver of the 34 saying he had a really good green corner and able to make the pass there heading into this scoreboard hairpin. There's no scoreboard there anymore. Now they're starting to call it the 180, but able to make that pass, and you know, really felt good about it. All in all, just the way things were breaking, in this race. It seemed like it started to get a little momentum. There's somebody that had some trouble, and I think that's my final pass of the race. But was able to move up here in this race and make some good things happen in spite of dropping back at times. So yeah, no complaints. Good clean race. You can see the bumpers in place, the wheels are straight, and that's all we really wanted, in some consistency. Moved up from 20th to 15th, and we'll take it.
Hey guys, Kacy here. Some bad news. Dad's heat race number 3 did not record. Some kind of camera malfunction. So apologies. This was his only race that we captured.
Kacy, what place are you starting in?
20th.
20th, and what is your goal?
Make it through the first lap,
Nice.
then start racing.
Good, okay. I think that's honestly a very practical and only somewhat achievable goal.
Heat race number 2, rolling off 20th, right behind Amber. And the first 2 corners are going to go really well. Move up a couple spots here, but then right here, the 480 just kind of gets pushed up into me, but then knocks me back straight, so could have been a lot worse. Lost a lot of spots. Appreciate the guys helping me, letting me slot back in there, and so lost a lot of spots, and it was frustrating, but like it's just one of those things at the start. Like it wasn't his fault. We're all getting pushed from behind, and things happen. And so the goal here is just, you know, make up as much ground as I can, do a little damage control. And so right here behind the 606, and he looks to make a move. Things get kind of bottled up there, and you're going to see a kart get a little airborne right there. And I think that was Burpo, one of our local racers. And so made up a few spots right there, and now looking to make up another one right here. Going through the horseshoe. I'm going to take a little peek here, but I didn't have the run. That would have really been forcing it. And so I'm going to try setting him up again here in the next couple corners. And in this next corner, you'll see he gets a little loose mid-corner on, and so that gives me a run into the next hairpin. And so I'm going to make the move on him and just keep trying to march forward here. I kind of hook his bumper there. Didn't realize it, but we stayed on track, so all was well. Right here, following 5, and kind of got into him, so I backed out of my move. I think it probably would not have ended well. And so here he makes a move on the 616, and I'm going to follow, and then that's going to give me the outside run here, and I'm going to have the opportunity to go low, but he does a really nice job setting up the over under, and I even give him a little nod like, yep, that was good. All right, so fall back in line and look to set him up again here going into the next hairpin. He just doesn't have a great exit right there, and it's going to give me the opportunity to go low and complete the move here. Next is the 444, our buddy John, and looked like his kart might have been going away a little bit. He seemed to be hanging on to it here, and so that allowed me to get a nice run down low and move up into 16th spot, which is where I finish. And considering how far back I went, I was really happy with it. Now, granted, I made some moves, but a lot of it was carnage. There was like a lot of people knocked off track, but still a good race.
So a lot of people will ask me what I do with my downtime in between races. And I usually sit with my daughter and my daughter-in-law, and we craft. Do you guys have anything with sparkles?
I have a few options if you would like orange, or if you would maybe have a silver or gold.
Okay, I gotta go. I'm making a bracelet.
I just wanted to take a second, you know, I'd be in medium if I were racing, which I'm not. So mad respect to all the men and women in the arena out there this weekend. Ton of fun to watch, but just shout out all the locals we got. You know, Keegan, Ryan, Josh, Addison, Eli, both Eli's, Gary. I mean, just a great field, great showing. All of them have tons of speed. A lot of them are right in the mix. I think we got 1 or 2 heat wins already. Just a ton of fun watching. That's what the great thing is. It's even when you're not racing, just a blast to watch for you guys. So cheering for them. Yeah, just.
Thoughts to Levi though.
Oh, Levi, yeah, he just actually red flagged because of that. I completely forgot, but that's where I was going for that with that. Levi had a cart land on top of him, so I think they were saying he's got a concussion. So it's just one of those things. But yeah, just shout out to all the locals, and hopefully Levi has a quick recovery. I'm sure he'll still be beating my tail at Whiteland before too long anyway. So guys, while we're talking here, I want to plug Kart Track app. Kacy did a video on it. I don't think quite you understood what you were watching. This thing could be a huge difference maker for not only the weekend warriors coming out here with in the back of the pickup truck, but the big teams. You know, I'm sure you guys have all the data that you guys collect and share and have it, you know, in something like this. Is a great thing, free to use. Kacy just built this on his own, looking to improve it. So if there's something you want to see, anything he can do to improve the site, let him know that. It's super cool. I don't ever use it because I don't ever race anymore, but if I race, you know I'd be in it all the time. So shout out to Kacy and the Kart Track app that he's got. Despite the title, it's not an app yet, but it is a website, karttrackapp.com. He'll put the link in the description, all that good stuff.
Yeah, karttrack.com was already taken.
Yeah, karttrack.com was already taken, so we did karttrackapp.com. But yeah, seriously guys, take a look at it, let us know what you think and what we can do to improve it. Great little tool.
Guys, once you start driving the Masters class, you get, you know, you're at that age where you don't even care. Like, I'm wearing sunglasses over my glasses, and I'm fine by it now. I just accept it. So I had my second heat race, first one of the day, and there's always that question mark after you straighten the cart yourself and do all the repairs if everything was going to be good. It was great. The cart was the best it's ever been, man. The only change I did was I was running 1.5 spacers, and I added another half to run 2 spacers on the inside. Otherwise everything was the exact same, and man, rolling. Had an unfortunate start, so it didn't get to see my full potential, but all things considered, it was a great run. And Dad now is going to have this exact same setup. You can see he's got the 2 spacers, so optimistic for him as well. And it's happy times after that race. So I think I'm going to be starting 16th for heat race 3 here in a little bit, and if I can get myself close to that top 10, that's going to be a decent points haul, and I'll be sitting all right for the final. So that's kind of my goal. I'd love to get right up there, start sniffing the top 10, and be happy. So we have had this chain breaker, 219 chain breaker. I don't know, it's silver. I didn't even feel like getting it out. I hate looking at it. It's garbage, right? Every time I do it, just so annoying. And we talking to our boy Gary Lawson, and he had gotten some new things in stock, and so we bought one of these bad boys, and this thing looks so much better. It's way bigger. I cannot wait to use this. So if you need a chain brake, little plug, LawsonSpeedShop.com. I mean, he's got all kinds of cool stuff on there, but just this is our most recent find, and I am really excited because, like, that other piece of crap, it's made me dread doing chains. Like, oh man, so many times I've wasted so much time on that thing. But anyways, yeah, I just want to give a little plug because this thing, I haven't used it yet, but I've heard some other people talk about it, and it's just much better. So yeah, if you need one, or really anything else, check out LawsonSpeedShop.com.
What did everybody want to see, Finley?
Is everybody heading up there right now?
Oh, we got it.
Your cars?
No, I wanted to see how many laps they do and what place they come in and look at them.
How many laps is this race?
70.
70? Who's counting? Are you going to count to 70?
No, we don't count. We just do the laps.
how do you know what lap you're on?
It's a lap.
Heat race number 3, starting 16th. Once again, right around Amber. In the 05 there to my left. And so, nice slow start. And for once, it's actually a clean start. Now, you see some smoke up there. One of the carts a couple up in front of me was smoking. I think maybe just something on the exhaust. And so, nice clean start. And right here, gonna have the choice of who to push. Gonna push Amber. 484, man, he really got sent out there in the grass. That's a bummer. Push Amber, so she moves forward to spot, and then right here, I'm gonna ride the momentum from the outside. And he kind of got pinched, so that hurt his exit, and I'm going to be able to pass the 164. Amber probably had a little moment of panic. I think I was coming in to take her out, but all was well. Right here, there was still on lap 1. There was another little scrum, as Dad would say, and so I'm able to pass JD, fall in right behind the 19, and following him here through the cut through, and I have a little better exit, and so I'm going to look to his inside, and looks like I felt it was good, and then like I almost didn't have I was almost about ready to back off, but he backed out first, and so me and JD actually snuck by as well, and so made up that spot. Right here, you're going to see I've got a pretty nice little gap until I just botch that hairpin. Bad. And so that gives the 19 a run here. Go too wide. I'm pretty low pinched, and so he's able to do the over-under, but that's tough to make it stick into this cut through here. So we fall back in line. He's going to have a little peak here down the straightaway, but not enough to do anything with. So slots back in, and you're going to see him right after this corner into turn 3 here. He pops out. Cool, no problem. So I'm trying to back out, but he just washes wide, leaves me nowhere to go. I mean, it was going to be his spot, but just it was unfortunate. And so lost a handful of spots. Here, 606 backs out, so it's just me and 484, who I raced with a lot, and had a great time racing with him. Was able to hold that spot, and then I was not happy with how things went back there in turn 3. So I was driving a little angry, I think, and right here probably just over driving, just caught too much curb, and ended up just probably catching 484 off guard. He bumped me a little bit, but it was all my fault. Hitting that curb, I had to get out of it and just sent myself off track, essentially. Lost more spots right here behind Jason, and gonna have a little peak, but nothing's there. But he kind of cooks it in a little too hot, and allows me to kind of pinch him there, and so his exit is not going to be good. Coming into this hairpin, I'm going to have the opportunity to make the move. Now looking to pass the 606 here, and he just got a little squirrely there, gave me a great run, and was able to make the move there into 3. Shortly thereafter, same lap actually, right here, I'm just going to drop a wheel on exit, or entry rather, and just going to lose that spot again. So going to try to set him back up right here, look to make the move, and it was some good racing there. I appreciated him working with me, giving the thumbs up. Now the group in front of me had started racing, so that allowed me to catch back up. We got John and the 484 here going too wide, and I'm going to be able to go on the outside and get a nice little run here. And this will show you the draft, even though it's not a drafting track, it still helps. So I was on the outside, but I had the draft, and that allowed me to pull ahead of the 484, and then actually pass John here. And so got a little 2-for-1 there, and ended up finishing 12th. There was a penalty handed out. I actually finished 13th, but the 19 was given a penalty and was moved behind me, so I finished 12th. And overall, super happy. Like, all things considered, that was a pretty good result. So it's Saturday night, and we've got tomorrow's birthday boy cooking his own. Oh, he had to have help opening up the mozzarella. Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome.
And look at that. Look at how he put that mozzarella on. We're teaching him how to do tortellini on the Blackstone, all by himself, making his own dinner.
No, this is
Yeah,
like color by numbers.
This is
right
like
now.
he just went purple. He just went purple. He's doing a magnificent job. Oh, look at that. Look at that form.
It's wrist action here, guys.
Look at the not overdriving. Not overdriving at all.
We're gonna have some off-track action here, I'm sure. Yeah. So what do I do? Just mix it in like
Just
that?
mix it in. Acts like he doesn't know what he's doing. Excellent job. You've almost got it.
Okay, we are at the end of a busy but ultimately pretty decent Saturday. The two Birel Art Lawson powered machines were just, man, they were on rails. Grand Nationals, it's another beast, right? I mean, being fast only gets you so far. But it was a good day, and tomorrow is going to be the final. 16 laps, and my arms are already pretty cooked after just that 8-lap final, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, very happy with how today went overall, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
It's you.